Hey guys, in this Qinglong Fallen Dynasty build video guide, I'm going to show you my support Paladin build, or as close to a Paladin build as this game will allow. This build is designed specifically for online play with your friends or randoms so that you and your allies have an easier time with any boss fight, making you the MVP of the group. In this guide, I'm going to give you my virtue stats, wizardry spells for high and low morale, and details of my weapons and armor as far as embedding and set bonuses. If you're new here, please subscribe to this channel with notifications on, and after this video is over, head on over to my channel and check out my other great gaming videos. Alright, so this is a level 141 build. Now, as always, I'll preface this part of the video by saying I understand all of the soft caps, and if you don't understand the soft caps and you want to know about soft caps, what are soft caps, and how to use soft caps to your benefit, definitely check out the video that I created detailing all the soft caps. You can't trust information on the internet. I googled soft caps and they gave me some caps, so I had to go in and find out information for myself. So if you want the accurate information, definitely check out the video. The link will be in the description and on the end screen and as a card somewhere in this video. Alright, so with all that being said, I put my wood virtue up to 73 not because I wanted wood power, but simply because I wanted a high amount of HP. This isn't exactly a tank build like I did for my last video. This is more of a support build, but I feel like I just want to have a high amount of HP because I feel like if I'm playing support, most of the time I'm probably going to be wide open for attack, and I just wanted to have a high amount of HP, and it just so happens that this sort of coincides with having the wood virtue, because all the wood virtue spells are pretty much your support spells that you're going to use on your allies. For Fire Virtue, we got that up to 30, affects the amount of spirit gained when attacking and the amount of spirit consumed by martial arts. We've got Earth Virtue, we put that at 10 because I think 10 is a safe number for my weight limit. Metal Virtue, we got that all the way up to 22 at the soft cap. And then Water Virtue has no soft cap, but we put it up at 10, affect how easily enemies can detect you, and the amount of spirit consumed when deflecting. Realistically, if I were going to change anything about this build as far as virtue stats, I'd probably take 10 away from wood and put 10 more in Water Virtue, but as it is, I tested out this build, and I do not see a problem with the way that this build is right now. When it comes to wizardry spells, I'm going to show you two different sets, one for low morale for when you're just starting out a zone, and the second one for when you are in the zone for a while, or you're starting a zone that gives you high morale already. The first spell I chose is Guard Formation. You only need a 3 morale to use this. It's a wood spell, creates an area that reduces the damage allies inside it take from enemies, so that is great, especially when you are sort of with your teammates fighting a boss and you guys are just in the same area. This gives you an extra layer of protection. Absorb Vitality, you and your allies can restore HP upon dealing damage to enemies. One of the most basic spells. You don't need any morale to use this, so I definitely suggest using this on this build, especially when you first start out a zone. It's a great way to get HP back. Third spell I chose is Regular Lightning Bolt. Calls down a bolt of lightning on a locked on target or on a point at a certain distance in front of you. I mean, honestly, I really didn't care to have any attack spells on this build. It was just a pure support, but I figured while I was making this build and I was, using it and testing it out and just going through multiple playthroughs, I got all this power in wood, all these stats in wood. Why not have an attack that actually can deal some damage, especially from a distance? And Lightning Bolt is just one of my most favorite spells in the game. And then finally, Enhanced Defenses. You need a 3 morale to use this, and you need only 2 ranks in Earth to get this spell. For a certain period of time, you receive less damage from enemies and will not flinch except from some powerful attacks. So definitely one of the better spells to have when you first start out in a new zone. Alright, and here on Wizardry Spell Set 2, the first spell I chose was Guard Formation. Actually, this was from the last set, and it's going to stay on there pretty much because this is one of the best spells in the game when it comes to helping your teammates out. Guard Formation. And then we've got Absorb Vitality. That also stays on there. Simply because I have some skills that I'll talk about a little bit later on my armor that gives you some benefits when you get more HP. Focus Zone, I love this one. Generates an area in which allies inside it deal additional damage to enemies. So this is one of the things that's going to help you and your teammates deal more damage to get through the boss fight a little bit faster. I think I'll show you somewhere in this video. We fought Liu Bei, me and 3 complete randoms, and we absolutely destroyed this thing, and I count our quick and decisive victory largely in part to Focus Zone. And then we've got Barbed Nightmare. This goes along with having Lightning Bolt, but this also does another special thing. You need 12 morale to use this and 40 in the wood. It says summon storms from the ground to attack enemies, deals damage to enemies, and restores the HP of you and nearby allies for a portion of the damage dealt. That is huge, and I can't believe they actually put a spell like this in the game that deals damage and helps your teammates out, so it's one of those really good spells. And like I said, in just a minute, I'm going to show you about those extra skills that I have that gives me just bonuses from restoring HP. Alright, so when it comes to weapons and armor, I'll go over my weapons first. The first weapon I chose for this are the pair swords of aspiration. I chose those specifically because they go along with the armor set that I'm using to get that set bonus, the Man of Malevolence armor set. You get aspiration of restoring the Han Empire. And you get some extra abilities with that. The first ability you get is HP plus 11. Then there's HP recovery upon deflection plus 5. Then you've got negative 5.2% damage taken in perfect conditions. And this one is cool. You get Spirit Fervor upon HP recovery. And then you've got damage dealt in perfect conditions. And Spirit Fervor upon HP recovery says apply Spirit Fervor to the user when HP is restored. Spirit Fervor increases spirit gain from attacking. And the second weapon I chose was the Gooting Blade. Gooting Blade goes with the Vicious Tiger set, but I absolutely just love the Gooting Blade, especially for its attack that thunders impact. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game. I'm probably never not going to use it on every build. Now, as for the skills that I have on the specific weapons, on my pair swords of aspiration, I have positive effect duration plus 2.8%. Then I've got dual swords damage because I definitely want to deal a little bit more damage with this weapon. We've got 2.9% on there. And then this is a special skill that I really enjoy for this build. It says damage reduction upon martial arts. So you're taking less damage, and that coupled with that high amount of HP is pretty much one of these undying builds. Over on the Gooting Blade, the spell or the skills that I chose to have on it were positive effect duration plus 2.6%, restore HP 1.8%, and then spell duration 5.4%. Alright, and now onto the armor, the Man of Benevolence armor set. Benevolence, I have a hard time saying that word. Now, basically, like I said earlier, I chose this armor set for the aspiration of restoring the Han Empire. Just a bunch of stuff with HP recovery, Spirit Fervor, all that stuff. I love all these abilities, and I feel like this set would be good for a support type build. Now, when it comes to the specific pieces of armor and skills that I chose for them, on the Man of Benevolence crown, I've got damage received 1.8%. Positive effect duration 2.8%, restore HP plus 1.9%, and then this skill right here, damage reduction upon fatal strike. So whenever you see that red circle pop up and you hit the button and you give them that fatal blow, you're going to get damage reduction for a time. Let's see what it actually says. It applies damage reduction to the user upon successful fatal strike. Damage reduction decreases the damage taken from enemy attacks. For my Man of Benevolence armor, the skills I chose were positive effect duration, spirit damage received, restore HP, and then would phase spell spirit consumption. For the Man of Benevolence gauntlets, the skills I chose were positive effect duration, damage reduction upon deflect counterattack, restore HP, and then elemental damage reduction. And then finally on the Man of Benevolence footwear, we've got restore HP, elemental damage reduction, positive effect duration, and then again would phase spell spirit consumption. So a lot of these skills I tried to overlap as much as possible to get more of an effect from those abilities. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for this build guide. I hope it was helpful, and if it was, I'd appreciate a like on the video. As always, if you have any questions or concerns about this or anything else Wulong Fallen Dynasty related, please drop them down in the comments. My name is Ventus. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to check out my channel for more great gaming videos.